Please.
Okay, so good morning, everyone, and welcome to the inaugural session of this one-week faculty development program. I can start. Okay.
Go ahead. I think now you can start.
Can I now, Vipin?
Yes, ma'am, you can. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so again, I think good mornings are in order. So welcome everyone and good morning to this inaugural session of this one-week faculty development program on ICT-based learning and development MOOCs for teaching process in higher education. This one-week FDP has been collaboratively organized by the Teaching Learning Center of Ramanujan College, University of Delhi, and SST College of Arts and Commerce, Ulhasnagar, Maharashtra, under the much coveted Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching, sponsored by the Ministry of Education. So, on behalf of the organizing team, it is a pleasure to extend my heartfelt welcome to our chief guest for today, Professor Ramesh C. Gaur, a guest of honor, Professor V.B. Shinde, Dr. J.C. Purswani, Principal of SST College of Arts and Commerce, our own Dr. S.P. Agarwal, Principal and Director, TLC Ramanujan College, organizing team of this faculty development program, colleagues, friends, and all the participants. Just so you know, this program is being streamed live on the official YouTube channel of Ramanujan College. So to begin with, may I please invite Dr. S.P. Agarwal, Principal and Director, TLC Ramanujan College, to deliver his welcome address and welcome all the dignitaries.
Thank you, Shipra. Good morning and welcome to our dignitaries and participants from all over the country. Our chief guest today, Professor Ramesh C. Gaur, Dean and Director, Head, Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts. Guest of honor, Professor V.B. Shinde, Professor and Head, Mechanical Engineering, NYSS Datta Meg College of Engineering, Mumbai. Dr. J.C. Parswani, Principal, SST College of Arts and Commerce. He's our collaborator in this program. Organizing team members and colleagues and worthy participants. I think it is around 350 participants in this program. Once again, I welcome you to this one-week FDP on ICT-based learning and developing MOOCs for teaching in higher education. Friends, though I'm not an expert in this area, but briefly I would share certain things with you. First of all, this scheme of teaching learning, which is a very unique scheme of Ministry of Education, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission for Teachers and Teaching. The word mission is very, very important. So under this mission, we have been training teachers from all over the country. And let me tell you, this mission, though started in 2016, but we got this center in 2017. And till March 20, you know, when lockdown happened due to COVID-19, we could train only 3,000 teachers, because you can understand that in physical mode, about 30, 40 teachers can be trained at once. And another problem is that nobody wants to leave teachers for training, because we as head of the institution are not sensitive to the need of the training of our colleague, which is another hindrance in training programs. But when this COVID started, you know, and this college took a very bold initiative that we should start training teachers in large numbers. Now, you know, but it was not an easy thing. You know, we had to work on certain things, because technology, though simple, but not that simple, that how we can train thousands of teachers, that was a challenge before our faculty. So, you know, what happened that we developed our own portal, and the first program we launched, that was known as EDX portal, but first program, again, we launched on ICT and MOOCs itself. And we could successfully train about 10,000 teachers in that first program. And then we got confidence that yes, we can do it. So that's how we started. And since then, about 45 programs we have conducted, mainly in ICT MOOCs, research, then research tools, and some subject-based programs also. Professor Ramesh is quite familiar with most of the programs. So we could train around 80,000 teachers till today. And our ambition is big. We want to train each and every teacher in the country. And we have reached from north to east, west to south, all areas. I think we have covered in these training programs. Now, another important part here is that how we started about a year ago, that though we were knowing that technology is the key in teaching learning, and but teachers were not realizing that technology is so important. In teaching learning, we started with Google Classroom and other open source software for training of our own teachers. And then some teachers from other colleges, we started about a year ago. But suddenly when this lockdown happened, we organized 1 week training for our own colleagues, how to do online teaching, especially using certain software like Google Meet, MS Team, and Zoom, through which we are conducting this meeting today. And trained them how to do effective online teaching. So that is how we started with this. And you will be glad to know that probably this was the first college that in that semester we could all our teachers are trained, and we could do the delivery as per the protocol using the technology. And though other colleagues were started to realizing that how to do it and how best we can learn this technology, and then we started teaching this technology to other institutions. Now, the very first example, why I'm giving you this example, that this COVID has brought this opportunity of online teaching, development of MOOCs. Earlier also the technology was available. About the technology started, I think, 10 years ago. Professor Ramesh God would bear me out on this, that we had SWAYAM MOOCs platform, we had ePathshala, we had several portals available, but nobody was so keen on these things. After COVID, things became much more important for all of us. If you know that I always give the example of Khan Academy. How he developed himself. Initially he wanted to train one of his cousin or niece. I really don't recall, to who was in another city, and then he developed its own portal to deliver the lectures in mathematics. And that's how the idea came. And then after leaving his lucrative job in multinational company, he started this Khan Academy. And now you can see world over, the academy is popular. Similarly, if you know that the various kind of portals for online teaching, those several are available, but initially, that Modela kind of portals, and then now EDX portals are very popular. And then various educational portals like Coursera.org or Khan Academy, or there are several of good universities like Harvard, Stanford are available, and most of the courses are free of cost. But if you need a certificate, you need to pay for these courses. Now, similarly, when we talk of ICT and MOOCs with you in this program, basically, if you know, ICT has 3 words: information, communication, technology. Now, 2 things are important: information and communication, and then the technology. So this is very key in understanding this ICT. I will not elaborate further because we had more experts available with us. And then this MOOCs, massive open online courses. Now, again, online, massive open source software, and these courses you can also develop and run it on portals, maybe SAM portal, maybe another portal if somebody has it, because very few institutions in India have these kind of portals, and we are also open to launch your courses on our EDX portal. Now, how to develop MOOCs? Well, briefly, I would say that first of all, you must identify, like one of you, let us say, is a principal investigator or person who want to develop MOOCs. Then you must know that what is the subject on which you want to do it, and then you divide your subject into 7-8 modules, and then subunits. What are those subunits? And then let us say you are trying in maths or in stat or in some application software like Java, Python, or any other subject or course you want to launch, and then you divide it into 7-8 units. And once you do that, then you see what is the learning outcome of that of course which you are launching, because it is outcome based. Learning is very important. So that is how you can do yourself in this course. The faculty will teach you how to develop these MOOCs, and you can you will be asked to develop MOOCs. Only then certification will be available to you. So this is the way you can handle these things. Another important thing which I always talk about, because in most of the time when we try to use softwares, try your best that use open source software which are available free of cost. Similarly, open educational resources, always look into that. Professor Ramesh Gaur will speak to you in this direction. Then how to create e-contents, that is also very important. Like and try to be innovative. See, online teaching anybody can do, like we are talking to each other. This is also online teaching learning, but you need to be creative in online teaching. You must have been seen that I was seeing one news item one day, that a school teacher at Malappuram in Kerala, she used augmented reality to teach in the classroom. So these are all innovative techniques. You can create whatever you want to show in the classroom, like a monument, like a skeleton, like a sky. Those things using graphics, 3D technology, all these things are key. Because why I'm saying so, see that Harvard University president once said, knowledge is currency in 21st century. So unless until you have that knowledge and you can use it in your classrooms, you can refine your own pedagogy, you can redefine the pedagogy, you cannot be innovative and creative. So that is very important. And then the new technologies which are available to all of us must be communicated. Even if it is possible for you to teach, then it is a great thing. But if you are not able to teach, then you must communicate and share the knowledge with your students in the classroom, whether that is a data analysis, artificial intelligence, robotics, or any other technology which you feel is important for today's young minds who can get jobs in the industry. Because during COVID, I have seen that there are a lot of people out of job, but people with technology were always in demand. And today also, a lot of hiring is going on, people with technology. With this, once again, thank you very much for listening patiently. And once again, I welcome all my dignitaries and all of you who have joined us in all large numbers. Thank you very much. Over to Shipra.
Thank you, Dr. Agarwal. You always give us the best backgrounds to begin with any program. So as as the principal, Dr. Agarwal mentioned, we do have the privilege of the virtual presence of the experts in this domain of ICT-based learning. So our chief guest, Professor Ramesh Gaur, is one of the prominent and renowned scholar in this area. Professor Ramesh C. Gaur is presently Dean Director of Library and Informatics and Head Kalanidhi Division at Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, New Delhi Ministry of Culture, Government of India. He has also been recently appointed as officer on special duty by Ministry of Culture, Government of India, for setting up Indian Institute of Heritage. apart from the many and a very long list of achievements, which of both administratively and academically, Professor Gaur has played a pivotal role in creating awareness, education, and training on and about research publication ethics, particularly on plagiarism in India. He has been the member of University Grant Commission MHRD committee for drafting of UGC 2018 regulations. He has conducted and he has delivered over 100 workshops, invited talks on plagiarism, its detection and avoidance. Professor Gaur has significantly contributed in digitization, digital archiving of Indian cultural heritage, uh, digital archiving, research data management, and research methodology, awareness about preservation of access to documentary heritage, particularly through UNESCO Memory of the World program, intangibles, cultural heritage, archival and information science, etc. So may I please invite you, Professor Gaur, to share with us the inspiring and informative words, which I'm sure will set the tone for this FTP. Professor Gaur.
Thank you, Shubhra. Good morning to you all. Thank you, Professor Agrawal and his entire team, Dr. Ashish, Nikhil, Bipin, Shipra, Sachin, for giving me this honor to be with all of you in this inaugural session of a very important one-week faculty development program on ICT-based learning and developing MOOCs for teaching process in higher education. I congratulate both the institutions, Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, and also SST College of Arts and Commerce, Ulhasnagar, for collaborating for such an important program, which is very much needed. I'm so honored to be with all of you in this inaugural session. I know Professor Agrawal and his dynamic team for doing excellent work in training the thousands of teachers in all over India, and their untiring efforts have really created a new benchmark how a teaching learning center can be so active. I really feel so honored to be associated with you, Professor Agrawal, because the kind of zeal into I see in your entire team. I wish to be part of your team, and lucky you to having opportunity to be part of your many programs. So I'm so grateful, and thank you very much for inviting me. And really, I congratulate from my bottom of my heart for this wonderful work you all are doing. I wish our all colleges and universities should learn from you and replicate this model in all teaching learning center. When we are talking about this particular program, I have so many ideas. I can speak for hours, but unfortunately at 11 o'clock, a selection committee for appointment of director in agency has been, for administration director has been scheduled, and I have to be part of the selection committee. So I will try to be brief, and I will not able to have more. But I want to begin with three important aspects why these programs are so important. The first is the technology Internet of Things. When we talk about IoT, it leads to Industry 4.0, and at the same time, it leads to Education 4.0. And when we are in Education 4.0, it is basically a very, very interactive environment. We are talking about anywhere, anytime access. We are talking about flexible learning. We are talking about the technology at the doorsteps, and mentoring is more important than teaching. So the role of teachers as a mentor is more important. Now, second important issue why it is important is the current pandemic where we are living. Now, universities and colleges are closed. We are all dependent upon online teaching and learning. So this has given us a new opportunity to really think of blended learning, or digital learning, or virtual learning, or e-learning. That's not a choice. It is a compulsion which pandemic has forced us to learn and to impart the education and training in this mode. Now, third component in this necessity is the new education policy. If you see the new education policy of 2020, which has been just released some time back. This entire education policy is advocating the new education model based on learning, art integrated learning, sport integrated learning, experiential learning. And at every point in the education policy, the emphasis has been given on enhancing the digital learning, virtual learning, and also creating more and more digital resources. So in that, in keeping in three contexts, these kind of programs are not just important, but essential, and every teacher now has to be technology savvy. Uh, Definitely, the days are gone, just blackboard teaching is not enough. So we have to really innovate the ways of teaching, ways of learning. And in this direction, MOOCs play a very important role. So I'm sure all the teachers who are attending this program, they will be definitely learning with the like excellent expertise Ramanujan College teachers and researchers are having. You will be definitely getting learning and training in how to create MOOCs, different courses under MOOCs. But I want to highlight certain things which are related to this. See, in these, like Professor Agrawal has rightly mentioned that when somebody is attending an online course, teacher is not physically present. So it has to be interactive, interesting, and it has to be like it need to be compensate the absence of the teacher. So the contents have to be different. It can't be like what you are teaching in a classroom using a PowerPoint presentation or using certain other tools. Here, you have to really be very innovative and creative in designing such course. So first important thing for all of you, beside learning the technology, it is how to create creative contents and how to make it interactive by using augmented reality or virtual reality or use of immersive technologies, because you have to make it so interesting that they will not feel bored, because using continuous virtual tools or technologies, sometimes you get frustrated. So you have to be very creative in that's the first thing. Second is the, I think my overall experiences in last a few years, we have been a lot of initiative, NPTEL, Swayam Prava, Sakshat, and so many initiative. I think somewhere our focus is in creating more content rather than quality contents. So quality is the most important consideration, should be the most important consideration in that. You may be designing only one course, but that should be of quality. And to develop anything of quality, you need to devote time, you need to study, you need to research, and you need to see the various models, and you need to benchmark certain best practices in that area, and then you should create a quality content. So second important thing after interactive, the second is the quality of the contents which you are creating on your MOOC platform. Now, next thing is promotion. You are not the only one. You are one of the stakeholders. There are other stakeholders in this process. The people who will be promoting and disseminating it, the people who will be providing you technology platform, support system. So I'm talking about librarians and the computer professionals in your colleges and university. They have equal role, equally important role. So I think those days are gone, that just by thinking that one particular is the only responsible for that. But in this context, other two stakeholders are also important, because you may be creating very good content, but if it is not reaching out, you don't have a proper repository, or you don't have proper dissemination system. So in that context, I think you should engage your library and give them responsibility of promotion and dissemination of the contents. And definitely your computer center should provide all kind of support in terms of technology, in terms of hosting or internet bandwidth, because here it is online. So all these factors are important, bandwidth, and also and another important thing is that when so many things are coming up, why people use only your contents? Why and you have to make certain kind of like marketing strategies, like some kind of promo videos or some kind of small capsules. So people can be attractive, because before going through the entire course, somebody should be able to understand uh, how important this course is for your. And next important thing is avoid duplication. Collaborative partnership is very important in this context. Why only one college should engage in that? I think it's a group of colleges or group of universities. One most important thing which I learned when I was in US, the collaboration. Like there, the many universities and many people work together on a particular project without any egos, without any kind of. So the collaboration is very important. Like if we have 5 colleges which have best commerce department or management department, they should thought of creating contents on that and give the responsibilities, because no college or no university will be having so many good quality teachers to produce the entire contents. So I think collaboration is the key. So in that context, I think we should think of developing collaborative model, and we should assign the roles and responsibility. And these kind of training program help us in networking with each other, creating various kind of personal relation, personal network, and you can easily become partner in this particular creation of content. So collaboration is the another important thing. Another, the most important focus should be our people in the rural areas. Our Prime Minister has mentioned in 15th August our speech that the fiber connectivity is going to reach out the blazes and also Gram Panchayat. I think somewhere, because India, majority of the India lives in rural areas. So we have to be very specific in designing contents for those students. I'm a son of a farmer. I was born in a very small place, and I was, my initial education till 8th class was in a one room school in a village. And I know the difficulties. I never seen a library till 8th class. I never have opportunity to learn a good communicative English because there was no teacher for English. Whatever self-learning was there, and also there was no support. And now when I still go to my place, I don't see much difference. The school now, in place of one room, there are 4 rooms. So there are, instead of one teacher, now there are 3-4 teachers. But the basic infrastructure and technologies are still missing. Still, we don't have that advantages of people are having mobile in their hands, but they don't know that mobile is a very good tool to make use of some informative contents. They only know that it is to make a call or to play a game or to listen some video, audio, at the most some other contents, but they are not actually aware of the actual contents available on internet. Now, in this context, I think if we can think of, because this is our responsibility, the people who are now in metros and who are working in high standard universities like Delhi universities or Mumbai University or Indian Institute of Science or IITs, this is our responsibility to give them equal opportunity in our to our rural masses in enhancing like suppose if I have not migrated to Delhi and I have not started education here, I don't know what was my career prospect is. If I have remained lived in my small place, I don't know I'll be in today's place or not. So I think we need to provide, everybody cannot be lucky like me to migrate to Delhi. My parent thought of bringing to me Delhi and I'm here. So how to provide those equal opportunities here? And we need to talk to the government of India to enhance the rural libraries, public library system. And now modern library is not about having few books on a study room or table and chair. The days are gone. We have to think of new library information centers which are technology driven, where a person sitting can tell you that yes, this is internet. This internet is having various issues, like everything available on internet is not authenticated. Everything available on internet is not of it may be disinformation, misinformation. So how to really search out quality contents to help them in connecting with the various kind of deep web search engines. So and also it is a multi-purpose center in forecasting various kind of programs and policy, organizing digital literacy program, organizing various kind of promotion drive for government policy, like now this corona is there. So how to educate people about social distancing and sanitization, and now various kind of myths have been circulated about vaccines. So how to educate people about family planning and so and so. So in a modern rural library, a gram panchayat library, which equipped with technology and tools, can further promote such good learning education system. And if we have these kind of online courses, people without coming to big cities, and they can qualify certain examination and courses from their homes. So I think creating these content is very important, but at the same time giving opportunities. uh, People like us in Delhi or in other metros, it's very easy. Even we can do courses from MIT and Harvard and University of UK, or we don't have any issue is that how to get these courses for the benefit of those who are not, who are beyond our reach. So how to reach those unreached in village areas and encourage them to do these courses and design these courses in their mother tongues also. If we cannot if we cannot design in mother tongue, at least translation facility should be there, some kind of, or some kind of mix, like maybe some mix of Hindi or English, some kind of communicative language which they can understand. It is so more than just uh, courses. I think it talks about various kind of challenges in terms of contents in Indian languages. That's also a very challenge. Like uh, if we have created a content in English, we have people available who can easily translate, and some machine translation facilities is also available, so they can translate it in various other languages. So it's a very challenging job, and I'm sure in this training program you will be learning all these technologies, how to create uh, courses. But besides that, the issues which I am addressing here, it also have many social aspect, many health issues, because long time long sitting on internet and all those things. So everything has to be taken care while developing these courses. And another important thing to the participants in the end, I would like to tell them, uh, please don't attend these courses just because you want a certificate to get your promotion. You should learn it and practice it, because if you don't practice it after reaching at your institution, you will easy. Technology is something you cannot remember forever. Once you learn, if you don't practice it, you will easily forget about it. So go and develop your team, create your team, and let's start developing some module. And I think if you make a network, and some of you collaborate and decided that we will work on this area, that networking can also be developed during this course. And there are a number of opportunities in this course, and I'm sure you all will enjoy it. And I wish you all the very best for this successful program. And I'm so happy to be part of inaugural address. And I'm so thankful to Professor Agrawal and all the entire team for giving me this opportunity to share some of my views. Very scattered thought, but these were some of my views, and I hope these will be helpful to you. Thank you very much, and namaskar. Thank you. And my request to Professor Agrawal, that I will be missing address of
No
Professor
problem.
Sinde, because some expert committee have very big names. I'm very small in that committee, so I don't want to them waiting. So I had to go to that
No
meeting, and
problem.
I will be missing. And I will listen this on YouTube. I know your program will come on the YouTube, and I will listen Professor Sinde and other addresses on the YouTube. With these words, I would like to take leave. Thank you very much. Namaskar. All the best.
Thank you, Professor God. As always, your lecture is always very, very informative, and you have given a word of caution, advice to each participant. The key words used by you is the collaboration. We always look forward, and we have collaborated all over the country with various institutions in different programs. Another important thing you said is reaching the unreached, and we try our best that even we reach Northeast and the areas which are untouched. Jammu Kashmir, we have trained a lot of people from there. And another important initiative you said is using the local language. We are trying our best. We are working, our team is working that we should develop these programs in mother tongue and local languages. Shortly, you will see that going to happen. And another, as you said in the last, that we cannot make them masters in 1 week. They need to learn and practice. That is the key, and use that technology in their classroom. Only then things will be much more better. Thank you very much, sir, once again.
Thank you. All the best. Bye bye.
Those are very nice
Thank you,
teaching
sir.
and very nice talk by you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Sinde. We'll meet sometime and we'll interact more.
Yes, sir,
Thank
yes,
you.
sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor God. Not only informative and motivating, it is always a joy to listen to you. So thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Shipra.
Okay. We have with us today Professor V.B. Shinde, our guest of honor for the session. Professor V.B. Shinde, Head of Department in Mechanical Engineering, NYSS Datta Meghe College of Engineering, Mumbai. He's a senior academician and academic administrator with more than 27 years of experience in conducting subject-related teaching, learning, research, and academic administration. He's a distinguished author of major research publication, reviewer of books, having proficiency in managing research projects, establishing new institutions, contributed in NAC and accreditation and examination processes. Professor Shinde has worked on various statutory authorities such as Management Council, Academic Council, Board of Studies, and Board of Examinations of University of Mumbai in capacity of Controller of Examination, and Board of Management, Governing Body, Academic Council as Registrar at Amity University, Mumbai. Guiding research students at PG and PhD level as recognized research guide at University of Mumbai. There are more than 75 research papers to his credit. He has been conferred with awards from more than 10 various organizations. Professor Shinde has been awarded with Fellowship of Indian Institution of Industrial Engineering, India in 2016. And he has been a member on National Council and Treasurer of IIIE for 2018 to 22. He's also associated with spiritual and social organization for personal development and peaceful and religious growth of any nation. So it is a privilege to have you with us, sir. May I please invite you to address the audience, the participants.
Thank you, Ms. Shipra. Thank you so much for the introduction. The Ministry of Education, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching, one of the important initiative by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, Teaching Learning Center, Ramanjun College, University of Delhi, the host of this particular program, in association and collaboration with SST College of Arts, Commerce, Ulhasnagar, Maharashtra, for this 1 week faculty development program. For this inaugural session, the chief guest of the program, Dr. Ramesh Gaur, Honorable Dean and Director of Library and Information and Head of Kalanidhi Division of Indira Gandhi National Center of the Arts, IGNCA. The host of the program, respected Dr. S.P. Agrawal, the Director and Principal of Ramanjun College, Delhi. The co-host of the program, respected Dr. J.C. Puraswani, Principal of SST College of Arts, Commerce, Ulhasnagar, Maharashtra. The faculty and the staff of both the colleges, delegates, participants for this particular workshop, which is of 1 week, on the ICT-based learning and developing MOOCs for teaching process in higher education. My dear participant, in this COVID-19 pandemic, we have learned so many things in a different era, which probably experiencing in our day-to-day life. But our focus in this particular education system, since we are from the higher education, and it's a big challenge for the administrator, the policymakers, administrators and teachers, how to conduct this particular teaching learning practice in this particular pandemic situation, because it's a big challenge as far as transforming the knowledge from books, from our experience, through the various kind of modes to the students. And when we are looking into this, the particular pedagogy is completely transformed, it's completely changed, and we have accepted this particular challenge. But in day-to-day life, when we are looking and experiencing so many kind of the teaching pedagogy, the different kind of platforms which is on the basis of the information and communication technology base, and through this particular platform we are transforming the knowledge from our books, from our experience to the students through this particular kind of platforms. And from this March 2020, the all teachers, all kind of programs we have successfully conducting on this particular kind of platforms. There are different kind of platforms which we are using for this transformation, delivery, deliberation of this particular kind of the teaching learning process. And it is one of the very good initiative which have been initiated by this Ministry of Education, that is for the MOOCs, because that MOOCs, that is the massive open online courses which is to be initiated by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, and the different colleges has been established their own teaching learning centers for the purpose of creating the faculties, providing the different kind of knowledge to the faculty, so that the various kind of knowledge that will be transferred to the students. And in this particular path, I appreciate the initiative which is taken by the Ramanujan College, affiliated to the University of Delhi, for their the director sir and their team, and our team of the teaching learning centers. And as well as in our Maharashtra, we are very proud. Our Dr. J.C. Puraswani sir is always try to do something different, something new, and he can reach to the unreached. That is either it's in our India or it is in out of the India, and he try to collaborate with the people for providing a different kind of platform to his teachers, to the teachers as well as students in Maharashtra. Professor J.C. Puraswani sir has conducted many workshops and webinars in this pandemic situation. And every time, whenever we have discussed our mantra or our message to the faculty members, you don't do this webinar, you don't participate or attend this webinar just for the sake of certificates, but you try to understand, you try to acquire some of the knowledge that you can deliver to your students through these various kind of the MOOCs platforms. There are so many MOOCs platforms. The SWAYAM is a very important platform which have been created by the government of India. That is, there are so many India, the upcoming MOOCs platform by the Indian government. That is, the Canvas network is there, Cognitive Class is there, Coursera is one of the most popular open learning platform. That is the MOOC for the purpose of giving the different kind of the knowledge to the faculty member as well as students. There is a Iversity, Udacity, edX, and the Khan Academy also. So day by day, there are so many kind of MOOCs platform. Those are coming up. My request to all the faculty members and delegates, participant of this particular workshop, they try to understand, they try to acquire some of the important knowledge, how to use this particular kind of platform to deliver your knowledge to the students in this particular pandemic situation. I, as far as the talk which is given by our chief guest, Professor Gaur sir, he has mentioned about the artificial intelligence, machine intelligence. These are the most important kind of the platforms that can be in the engineering side. So, if suppose you want to manufacture a small car and there are so many components of the car, with the help of Industry 4.0, you can create a different component, design a different component, manufacture a different component at the different places throughout the world, and at one particular place you can design, you can compress that design, you can simulate that design and create that particular automobile at a particular place. So that is possible with the help of this machine translation, with the help of this machine intelligence. And I hope it's not like only arts, commerce, science, engineering, management, but it's all together. It's a need of the interdisciplinary program in the every field, in the every kind of faculty. Those have come together and do something good for the nation. And obviously, in this particular way, the Teaching Learning Center of Ramanujam College, University of Delhi, has taken a very prominent role to do. And of course, SST College of Arts, Commerce, Ulhasnagar, Maharashtra. At the end, I would like to thanks to the Professor Agrawal sir and his team from Ramanujam College, New Delhi, and our Dr. J.C. Puraswani sir and his team from the SST College of Arts and Commerce, Ulhasnagar, Maharashtra, inviting me for this particular session as a guest of honor and given me the opportunity to deliver my the two words to the participants and the delegates of this particular program. At the end, I would like to give the best wishes to this particular 1 week program, which will be conducted in a very nicely manner. And there are some experts, they will deliver their different kind of knowledge in a different era for the benefit of participant and delegates to this particular workshop. Once again, I would like to thanks to Professor Agrawal sir and Professor Puraswani sir and the team for to invite me for this particular program as a guest of honor. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor
Thank you,
Shinde,
Puraswani sir.
for
Thank
your
you, Agrawal sir.
informative and very good lecture. I hope this will definitely benefit our participants, and we will be keep on associating with you as well as Professor Purswani, who has associated with us in this
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
program. And let me tell Professor Purswani that we have also collaborated with another college of Ulhasnagar, Shrimati Chandibai Himmatwala Mansukhani College, Ulhasnagar, which is a very large college in Ulhasnagar, as well as in Maharashtra. There are other institutions in one Dhote college in Gondia, Dhote Science College in Gondia. So that is how we are always open to collaboration for various programs. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shinde. Thank you for the motivation, the information, and the time you took out for us. Thank you so much for being with us today. Now, before we proceed towards the end of the session, we would want to share information about the enrollment to the course through the LMS portal. Our mail has been sent to all the participants detailing the ways to join the platform, and we have also shared the details to the official Telegram channel for this FDP. Please understand that this portal is the only medium to access the daily course contents. So kindly make sure that you remember the credentials you use to enroll yourself in the LMS portal. Secondly, we wish to share certain instructions or rather rules that needs to be adhered to. It is therefore my humble request to participants to please pay attention to these. I'll just spell out the rules. We understand that there could be a lot of queries regarding the course, assignments, and other things, miscellaneous things related to the faculty development program. So based on our experience of conducting these programs, we have and the feedback by participants, we have made an exhaustive frequently asked questions list, an FAQ, which is available in the LMS portal. It has also been mailed to you individually. So kindly go through the FAQ for general information. The other thing which we want to emphasize upon is that everyday modules will be available only on the portal. As I mentioned earlier, portal is the only medium to access those course contents. So you'll have to log in with your credentials to access them. We are very sorry, but we cannot send any individual mails regarding this. If there is any information, any announcement, it will be communicated to the official Telegram channel. So please keep a tab on the developments in this channel. Further, attempting and submitting all the quizzes and assignments are mandatory, and each participant should score a minimum of 40% in total to avail the program completion certificate. Please note that graded certificates will be awarded only on the basis of your performance. Apart from this, we also request you to kindly fill the daily feedback forms. There will be daily feedback forms at the end of each session. As part of the Ministry of Education's requirement under the PMMM and the NMTT scheme, every participant need to submit online feedback for each session. So we request you to daily fill the feedback forms of every session. We hope that these rules will be followed for a better experience of this FDP. We are sorry, but if we fail to meet any of the above conditions, it will result in denial of the certification of completion to the participants. On this note, we wish you happy learning. So now as we move towards the beginning of this 1 week FDP, I would like to invite Dr. J.C. Purswani, Principal, SST College of Arts and Commerce, and our co-collaborator for this faculty development program. Dr. Purswani, as even Professor Shinde mentioned, he's an educationist who has dedicated a large chunk of his academic career to the development of educational institutes, educational spaces. He's the founder of SVS Women's College of Commerce, SST College of Arts and Commerce, SL Women's College of Education, ST College of Hospitality Management. He has been in different administrative positions in varying capacities with the intention of co-creating engaging learning spaces. May I please invite Dr. Purswani to deliver the formal vote of thanks for this session.
Thank you, Shipra. Thanks for the nice introduction. At an outset, I would like to give my thanks to Dr. S.P. Agrawal, the director and head of TLC Center, Ramanjan College. And it was a nice beginning, our chief guest, Professor Ramesh Gaur, the Dean and Director at Indira Gandhi National Center of the Arts, and my friend, guide, you can say, Dr. Vilas Shinde. He is also there in the in our program, and all other team members who are, who have put a lot of efforts to make this particular inauguration session successful. So let me, at an outset, say that it is indeed my privilege to be the part of this particular inauguration session of our FDP program, which is, we are conducting in collaboration with Ramanjan College, Delhi. And let me take this opportunity from this platform to express, my deep appreciation, particularly for the TLC Center of Ramanjan College, who have taken lot of efforts. I know as an individual teacher or the faculty, we are the part of this particular training session. We know how much pain or how much efforts it takes when you prepare your lecture to, complete your syllabus and go to your class. But this particular TLC center is working tirelessly to come out with number of FDPs, number of workshops for our teaching fraternity overall, all over the country. And it was this particular, what you can say, motivational spirit. It prompted us also to, do something for the society, particularly, in this pandemic time. And we all are facing this challenging time. Let me, admit, no one has predicted that we will be in such a phase. Even our generations could not have predicted. But now, because we are human beings, We know how to bounce back from the adversity, though we are not allowed to go to the physical classes, but we as an COVID warriors, we call our faculty member teachers as a COVID warriors. We are fighting from all the fronts. We are trying to upgrade ourselves, learn certain new concepts, and see that our students are not at loss. We find always ways and means to see that we are delivering them the content, we are reaching them out, so that the students do not panic and they really get what they are supposed to get. And here I would like to mention, Professor Gaur has touched upon certain main concepts, like during this online mode of trainings or the sessions or the teaching. What is more important is that we should mentor the students, because there are certain students who are from different stratas of the society, who cannot be having what you can say technical IT related facilities like laptop or desktop. They study on their mobile. So our content, what we develop, should be in such a way so that the concept is quite clear to them, though they are virtually connected with us, but they should understand the concept well. Secondly, sir highlighted about the various collaborations with different institutes, colleges, and universities. Because one thing, we all know that we are not complete in all respects. We individuals, we have one or the other limitation. I might have some good resources in IT sector, but Agrawal sir might have good resources for content point of view. Shinde sir might have some expertise in some other way. So it's not only the quality content and the IT infrastructure, but equally we should see that it reaches to the places where it should reach. I think if I'm remembering, he highlighted one particular word. Let us reach the unreachable. Those who cannot be reached in a normal way, we should find out the ways, we should find out the channels, we should market our videos properly. It's not only point that we are going for the commercial interest, but it is the content which we have developed keeping in mind a particular sector of the society. The content should reach them and they should get benefit out of it. And one more point sir has highlighted, that's being a faculty, we need to keep ourselves updated every day. Now I can simply say in a humorous tone, like, okay, our teachers have also become part and parcel of IT sector. We say in IT every day there is something new, there is some new technology. So as a teacher, we should always find out what is new for us, what new technology we can use, so that not only we enjoy our teaching session, but the students are also participate actively, because they find something new in this with this learning system. Now, in this particular session of MOOCs, Professor Shinde has also highlighted, Agrawal sir has also highlighted the things. Okay, now so many open platforms we are getting even from the Ministry of HRD. I think, if I'm not wrong, day before yesterday only I got the one information saying that the government has come out with some more than 78 courses under UG and PG, and which are run under on Swayam portal. Everybody, all as a faculty, as a students, when the government is helping out, government is coming up with so many new things, I think we should take advantage of all these platforms which are openly available, and fortunately they are not charging us anything. And my dear participants, those who have joined this session today, just one note, our moderator Shipra also pointed out certain rules and regulations from that we should use that particular platform for the entire 1 week's program. And after the sessions are over, there will be some sort of assessment test, some minimum criteria they have decided of 40%. If we are not getting it, we will not be allowed to get a certificate of participation in this particular session. So with this, let me conclude. I, on behalf of my management of SST College and management of Ramanjan College and the supporting team working at both the colleges, who have taken a lot of pains, because the session what we are going to get today is not an overnight phenomena. For several days they have put their hard efforts to see that this particular session has seen the light of the day. And as an academician, I'll say, let us come together to help the student to blossom like roses during these difficult times. And we know that the physical classrooms are not working, but the education should not stop. So let us beat the lockdown. Let us do not stop the learning. Stop. And this learning should go on continuously by participating in various programs, workshops, FDPs, which are organized by majority of the colleges in collaborating with some universities and TLC centers, like what Professor Dr. Agrawal is heading. So all the best, participants, and I hope you will enjoy the entire learning and practice what you learn. This was a simple mantra. If we just attend the program and don't practice, it will be a fruitless exercise. And so I hope we all are teachers. We know what is the importance of practice, and everybody will gain immensely from this particular session. All the best. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Paswani, for your nice talk and wonderful experience you have shared with the participants, and we look forward to future collaborations. And thank you very much for joining hands with us. And I'm sure I can see the kind of intent you are looking for your teachers and for the community at large. We are also working in the same direction. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Definitely, we will be doing some more programs together.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for giving us your time. And participants, happy learning. Please enroll yourself to the portal and begin with the FDP. Dr. Shukla, we can, I think, end the meeting.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Agrawal
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Agrawal sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.